Pace up to about the 25.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
5 yards left for the offense. It's second down.
Watch right, watch right, watch right.
Set. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Here we go now.
On play action, they'll throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
Nice little nifty play for them there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. No gain on the play there. Second down. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, talking about puns, you said eat up the double team. And into the red zone now, and Charles, they told us, offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that. Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. William Hayes coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Luck in the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is third and long. Here's Luck. And the pressure gets to him again. Cameron Wake in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up fourth and long. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So no surprise if Vinatieri able to convert there. He is, of course, the owner of the NFL record for most postseason field goals.
Hard to believe he was undrafted coming out of college. And now here he is into his 40s, and he's still one of the best kickers around.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A dump down to McKinnon. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. They go play action here on first down. Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on third after the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to fourth down.
Another down on the score. But the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on fourth and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. And Ndamukong Suh forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. Here's Luck now on second down. And some room to work. And he's out of bounds, able to get it up right near the 25 to the 24. 14 yards there on the pickup, and that'll bring up a third down. Here's Luck. And he finds Daniels. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there. Now a handoff here to his running back. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a handoff as they run left side. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Wake. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Colts send out their punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his man on the comebacker. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
They run it with McKinnon. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 8 yards still remaining here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This one fielded at the 5. Now a hit and a loose football. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Derek Coleman taking it in. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go now.
Here again is McKinnon. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Dolphins on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
All right, now, lucky 56. Hurry up, lucky 56. 319. 319. Over.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Now let's go.
They run once more with McKinnon. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Over. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Now let's go. Green 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Leopard. Watch it now, Barney. Over.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed as that's going to move the chains.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 6. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Obviously, a big play was needed, and you can see his eyes light up as he realized there's absolutely no one in front of him. And he takes off and goes a long way. Not only does he pick up a first down, but a big gain to boot.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here comes the D swarming to the line.
Here we go. Detroit! 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 Leopard! Here we go. 56. 56. 319. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Going to give this time to the tailback. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it second down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's McKinnon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
Looking to throw. eluding the pressure right. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off near his own 48. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Now McKinnon. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Leopard! Here we go now!
They'll set up a throw. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, to say that this has not been his game is probably a big understatement. I mean, he is all over the place. Mechanics are off, not accurate, except if you're playing on defense, because they picked off a good number of passes.
Yeah, all the INTs, but they're throwing it off his back foot. Pressure coming, just chucking it downfield. He can't do that right now.
No, you can't do that at all. And I think one of the hardest things for a guy having a day like this one is to find a way to just kind of get out of it, kind of get yourself back to neutral. Because what you try and do is make even more spectacular plays to make up for it, and it usually leads to more bad ones.
In motion is Grant. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 19. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Green 39!
Now Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Back 99 Philly. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Let's go. Check.
They come out here in the eye. 2nd and goal. Defense digging in. Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
He was looking for Jack Doyle that time, and it's 3rd down. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call or get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Gain of 9 that time on the scramble, 1 yard shy of the marker, and it brings up 4th. The Colts send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. So now here come the Dolphins. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
McKinnon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
back to throw now on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Back to throw here. He finds McKinnon, complete. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
He'll look to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3-and-out.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
On first down, Luck. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to face a 3rd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. And that is incomplete.
But, partner, anytime someone tells me that fundamentals are leaving the game, I'm going to show them this play because they couldn't get to the passer. So what do you have to do? Get your hands up in the passing lane, and they batted it away on a 3rd down attempt.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And some space here. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two, because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a handoff here to his running back. He will push his way down to about the 14. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Let's go. Watch it now, Barney.
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Parkey's kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I guess they're thinking their hands were tied, but in the 4th quarter, that field goal, it really might not help them much at all.
Yeah, I mean, you still need a touchdown.
Another field goal does you no good, so it'll be interesting to see what the media reaction is if the score stays where it is.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
2nd down now after the pass completion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. try the end around. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So this offense really needs to make something happen here late in the 4th with the football.
Detroit! All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant. And it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Time starting to run out here in the 4th. This defense just trying to keep the offense off the board and preserve this potential victory.
Detroit!
Now back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. Bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. The Dolphins on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And now here's a carry heading left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. Luck going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 9. Now Love. And that is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will get the lead up to 14. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They go play action here on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
2nd down, and the offense needing 5 yards.
Let's go! Over!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Over! Leopard! Let's go!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. They will take a knee here and cue the celebrations. They are off to the Super Bowl. So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.